Hey everyone, and welcome to a new video. And today I want to talk about action platform games. A lot of these games on this list I don't think a lot of people know about. I have talked about them on the channel before, but I want to kind of reintroduce them to everybody. So hopefully you guys will enjoy. Let's get right into it. Here's Gravity Circuit for most of the main modern consoles. This game took me by surprise. I've been watching it for a while, and I couldn't wait for it to come out, and it did, from Pixel Love. Now, if you're familiar with games like Mega Man X or even the Gunvolt series, you'll know what to expect here. Even the Mega Man Zero series, I would say too. But you play as a robot named Kai, and you're going against the virus army. Now, starting off this game, I felt right at home. You know, being a beat-em-up platformer, action platformer, I just kind of knew what to do pretty much. You know, got used to the moves immediately, and the first level does a good job of letting the game flow, not really interrupting you while you're trying to learn stuff. But the main thing in this game is that you're gonna have a grappling hook that'll kind of get you past a certain hazards. You can also use the grappling hook to interrupt enemies' attacks and take out enemies too. But mostly too, as you progress through the game, you'll learn new moves that you can add to your arsenal. You can have up to 4 moves, like special moves, and 4 just regular moves that you can add as well. Graphically, the game looks like an 8-bit, maybe even 16-bit, like hybrid type game with the sprite artwork it has. So I think a lot of old school fans will feel familiar with that. The music is phenomenal. The music is catchy as hell. Like, you guys will love it. And the controls, depending on how good you are at platform games, I feel like that's gonna really decide how the controls are to you. They felt great to me. They were really tight. I didn't really have any trouble pulling off any moves. But at the same time, I feel like I'm an expert at these type of games. The only caveat I have against it is that I feel like some of the levels are too long. It's like, man, hurry up and get through this level. But maybe that's just me. You know, not everybody will feel like that. And definitely, if people want a sequel to this game, they're not gonna be worrying about that, because the longer the levels, the better. But still, I felt they were a little bit too long, but that's okay. I think I got a little bit mad because I was struggling on the highway level. Like, there's a part where you have to get on this board and dodge these missiles coming at you. It was getting kind of annoying because my timing wasn't perfect. But once I got it down, it went well. I wanted to go by faster because I was flowing through the game. When you go through a flow in the game, like you're flowing, you just feel like there's a rhythm to it. And once that rhythm is interrupted, man, you start changing things up and you start messing up, and it just gets annoying. But I got through it, thankfully, and it was awesome. Now, going into the boss fights in this game, you fight the robot masters at the end of the level, and pretty much there's dialogue between you with the story and everything. These robot masters are definitely really unique and fun. I think a lot of people will love it because it's very similar to how the Mega Man and Mega Man X games are. So look forward to that. And also, too, you have a hub before every level that you could talk to other characters with, buy new items and things like that. So like I said, it's going to be very familiar for people who played those type of games like Mega Man and all that stuff, especially Mega Man Zero with the hub that you have. But that's all I got to say about this one for now, guys. I'm having fun with it. I'm about halfway through the game, but I'll let you guys know probably in a later review how I feel about the entire experience. But I just feel it's very unique to get a game like this in a physical format these days, so I'm very happy about that. So we got them on the PS5, PS4, and the Switch. So let's celebrate this as a win for physical. Here's Iconoclasts. So you guys probably remember me playing this on live streams, and I got pretty far in the game on those live streams. It was a lot of fun. So what's going to attract you to this game mostly, of course, are the graphics. The 2D graphics, sprites are amazing. Character reactions to each other, the comical story. This game just has it all. And one of my favorite things, has really cool boss battles. Now, I know one thing that people will appreciate about this game is the exploration of the game. The way you open up different areas and how the game plays out, it's just very well done. It just keeps things compelling. You're always constantly on a hook, wanting to find out where to go next or what to do next. This is one of those games that you could tell that the developer put their heart and soul into this game. As a matter of fact, as I was looking up the developer, I couldn't find any other games that they made. So they might be taking a break after they made this one, or maybe I didn't find the right information. I'm not really sure, but still, You can really tell that they really loved what they were doing with this game. And I feel like a lot of you guys will feel the same way. There's a lot of games like this out there where I would say Metroidvanias, but not all of them are good. Some of them are very subpar, but this one really is like puts the effort that games like Castlevania Symphony of the Night did. Now wait a minute, it looks like I found their website again, the correct one, and it shows that they actually made quite a few games before this one. This was the last game they made as of now, and it took them around 8 years to make this game. So wow, they like I said, they put a lot of effort into it. But I plan on playing this game again after I play the next game I'll be talking about in this list. I wanted to make sure I added Gunstar Superheroes because I don't think as many people has played this one as they have the original game. Now, I personally think this is better than the original. The only downfall is that this game is only one player, but man, is this game a lot of fun. If you want to see a game that pushes the Game Boy Advance, look no further than this game. Amazing graphics. Dude, just so much going on with this game. The levels are vastly different, just like in the original game. It's fundamentally a run and gun shooter, but there's some levels just change it up to make the action just all out insane. I remember back in the day when this game was like about to come out, I think it got like Game of the Year at E3 of 2005 or 2006. I can't really remember, but a very impressive looking game. Treasure, the company who made this game, they usually don't make sequels, but man, when they make a sequel, man, they know what they're doing. Except with Advanced Guardian Heroes, that was not as good. But anyways, this game is awesome. If you're able to play it, it is. I don't know if it's expensive right now, but there are other ways to play it through emulators and stuff, so you could try that. But definitely add this one on your radar. Alright, so a game I've always been excited to tell you guys about is Contra Hardcore Uprising. And thanks to my buddy Level 1 Online for mentioning this game, because I wasn't going to include it in this list because I kind of forgot about it. But after remembering it, after him talking about it, I was like, yeah, it has to be on this list. Definitely one of the top best run and gun shooters of all time. This game was made by the creators of Guilty Gear, and they really put a lot of effort into this. It really feels like this game was the last game they were going to make or something, and they just threw everything in it, and it fits so well. Animated cutscene, well, I would say animated intro to get you pumped up. The soundtrack is on point. The gameplay, I would suggest people play the Rising mode first before playing arcade mode, because the Rising mode is like a mode where you kind of level up and gain more skills. So definitely I would say play the Rising mode first. But the game is just really on point, and it's kind of sad that it's only available on PS3 and the 360. It's not even available on Steam, I don't think. So I'm guessing the game lives and dies on those systems, but I would definitely say people will want to play this game. I will say the game is kind of tough at first, but if you're used to Contra games, you'll definitely be able to pick this up because you'll be familiar with the weapons. You'll learn what weapons are used at certain points. You get 2 weapons you can switch between. Now, when I say switch between, that's weapon slots. There's like several different weapons in the game you could acquire. And as long as you don't lose your life while holding that weapon, you won't lose it. I just want to let everybody know as well that the levels will change up. I mean, they'll get pretty crazy. Like one of the levels I remember was the one where you're on a train cart and the train starts to go upwards and you're kind of jumping back and forth between the trains. It's like, if you play Contra 3 or the original Hardcore, you'll know what I'm talking about, but it gets very intense. Another level that was outrageous is that you have to jump from these elevators that are getting like missiles shot at them, and it's just insane action, and I love it. haven't heard of the GG Retro Box, they are pretty much a retro nostalgia. You buy mystery boxes from them, and you always get good surprises. Now, the prices vary, but on your first purchase, you'll get 15% off with my discount code. I feel like where my collection is at right now is always hard to impress me, but GG Retro Box doesn't let down. And this is a good way for somebody who's like new into collecting to start their collection. These mystery boxes are on point, and I definitely think a lot of you guys will like them. So make sure you guys hop on this deal of these mystery boxes. My code, do not forget it, it's in the description. And also remember, guys, GG Retro Box is a treasure trove of retro nostalgia. Definitely don't miss out. Here's Smelter, Forged from Hell. I'm telling you guys, right, this is probably my favorite game on this list. This game is so much fun. Now, the game starts off with a story of Adam and Eve, pretty much. And the story goes as if Adam had taken the apple and ate it, and the world gets all messed up, and you play as Eve, pretty much. And as Eve is traveling, she finds this suit of armor called Smelter. And from the point when she gets that armor, man, that's where the game starts, pretty much. Now, you have a world map where you can go to each level, and when you get to these levels, your armor gets certain abilities that are pretty specific for that level. But what I like about it is that it's not afraid to stop the action to kind of prepare you for the next section of the game, I would say. So you could be in the middle of a level, and the level's playing out a certain way, and all of a sudden it'll change up. You're getting chased by something. So it'll kind of prepare you for those moments so so it won't catch you by surprise, which is really nice. I think what's going to pull a lot of people into this game is not only the sprite-based graphics, but the soundtrack. The soundtrack for this game is great. I'm telling you, it really fits every moment, and I think a lot of people will appreciate that. Very happy this game got a physical release. Now, I do want to warn some people, this game is really story-driven, so there'll be a lot of scenes where you have to like read a lot of dialogue. Now, you can skip the dialogue, of course, but I just want people to be prepared for that. The game has a good story to it, you know, and I wish there was an easier way to kind of for people to skip it, especially if you want to do like speed runs and things like that. But unfortunately, as of right now, there's no way to really skip all of it like immediately. You have to kind of like just keep mashing the button to go through the dialogue. But definitely, everyone, I want you to try this game out if you haven't. I think you'll have a good time, and I want to leave you with a small gameplay trailer. This will get you pumped up. So here is Dolphin Blue. Now, I talked about this game on my channel before, and now you guys know where to get a copy of the game now. People quit asking me that. But anyways, this is an awesome run and gun shooter that was only released for the Atomic Wave. There was no way to play this game unless you had that hardware or knew how to emulate it. This run and gun, it can be a bit tough for some people because the sprites are so big, but the game is beautiful, and once you get used to it, it really falls into place. There's a great soundtrack. It looks great, fast action. It just really keeps you on your toes. But I have to warn you guys, once you get to the 5th level, and this being a port of an arcade game, this game was meant to take your quarters. That 5th level is brutal. It is so annoying. Sometimes, you know, I turn the game off when I get to that level. You know, just sometimes I do. It's just like, the levels is brutal. But anyways, guys, here is Dolphin Blue. Definitely a game you're going to want to have in your collection.